What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hello. We've got rounds 3 and 4 of Plat going on tonight. I know low scores are out there to be had. Definitely some missed opportunities, but we are inside the cut line. We're playing the weekend. We keep getting our cut-making streak at 100% for this season out the gate in this game. So we're gonna just try and keep rolling with it, but hope everybody's doing well. RJ, welcome back. Zayden, good evening. Okay, so one thing that I've been talking about at points on stream, and I'm trying to make sure that I keep repeating so that people who, maybe in the streams at different times hear it, and I forgot to do it yesterday. So I made a straw poll for you guys to be able to pick between 3 games. So once the TGC / actual competitive PGA seasons come to an end, right? So after the Tour Championship in August, I understand there's Ryder Cup this year still into September, but effectively August is the end of the season. When that is done, TGC will go into a 3-week break, but also IRL golf goes into quite a lull. There are some minor tournaments and stuff, but what we're going to do is we're going to, at that point in time, at least for a few months, mess around with a little bit of variety streaming with golf. So we're going to have Monday and Wednesday as golf days, and we're going to have Tuesday and Thursday as variety days. I want you guys to be involved in selecting the games so that there's some investment and interest. So I made a straw poll. I'm going to throw it into the chats, and then if I know what I'm doing, I will try and pin them. I don't love that it sounds like something just fatal UI exception encountered. Okay, gotta restart my chatbot. Don't know what happened there. Busey, good evening. Hello. Someone was going on. Looked like a good game to play. I'm building your character. What, you're talking about PGA or something else? Okay, bot seems to be back. Okay, I don't know, that was weird. Because the poll puts everything. 2 aces and ranked in a 68-foot putt, Zayden? Jeez, dude, calm down. Calm down. Okay, how do I pin? How do you pin messages that are already? Do you have to be in? Because I should technically be in the moderator mode because I am. What up, Yeet? I know there's a way to pin messages on Twitch. Yeah, PGA Tour 2K25 is a good game, I think. You can try the free demo. If you're uncertain about it, they do have the 2K25 demo. I don't think there are new challenges, but let's go check and make sure. But yeah, I enjoy this game quite a bit. Isn't there has to be a way to just pin. Voted, appreciate that. Why am I dumb? Why do I not know how to pin a message other than I know you can do /pin and do a message, but how do you pin a message that has already been posted in the chat? You would think that I would know, but this is a newer feature. Show mod icons? Ahaha! That's what it was. Till the end of stream. Okay, cool. Apparently, I had in my little settings cog, the mod icons thing was not there, which I guess it hides the ban timeout and delete shortcuts, but it also removes the pin this message, which is in a different spot. So that works. No, I'm speaking in general, someone. So we are streaming on Twitch and 2 streams on YouTube. So I'm just kind of throwing it out. I figured it out, but mostly just throwing that out into the airwaves for anybody to lend a hand if they had it. But I figured it out. But yeah, we've got Twitch, we have YouTube horizontal and YouTube vertical. So we've got 3 different streams going on. Okay, so let's see what Platt is rocking for round 3, and then I guess we'll choose what society we play based off of that. I know that Kinetic seemed to have kind of what we were looking for yesterday. I don't know if that's going to be the case today. We'll see what green speeds and such look like. Medium, very fast. Medium, very firm, very fast. Yeah, Kinetic might be the case unless they like slow Kinetic down. Otherwise, maybe we've got to play Rub of the Green as warm-up, which will definitely be a bit different in terms of like the winds, because I don't think Rub of the Green has seen medium winds in a long time. Let's just take a little gander and see what they're offering us. High winds, firm and fast was the default fast. So let's play Kinetic. It's gonna be a little bit less firm and a little bit slower, but again, we're just warming up the thumbs. It's mostly about getting dialed in to our swing, making sure that everything is clicking before we go and play something that means anything, right? So in a bold move, we're going that's not bad. I didn't get the overpower, but square up a power drive on the first swing of the day. That's a pretty good feeling. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's a lengthy putt, but throw one on the green 50 foot out for the first. Derek, unfortunately for you, I'm literate. So, no, I'm not gonna say hi to your friend. Well, I guess it is your friend. You probably spend a lot of time with him. D-Joel, what's going on? Or D-Hole, I don't know how you pronounce it. I also don't know what language that is. Hey, how's it going, John? Alright, so it's pretty quick greens. Serbia, okay, okay. Oh, I'm a little firm on that. Dang. Firm end was still low. I am from the US, yes. Surprisingly enough, not the first Serbian that I've met on Twitch. I believe Nebojša is Serbian. How did I know? I just a feeling. I don't know. Just a hunch. Wow, that goes and goes and goes now, doesn't it? I'm gonna give it a little bit of delock because it should have a little bit of release. Balls below the feet. That's pretty straight overall. Take it. We'll take it. In 1999, I promise I had nothing to do with it. I was 4 years old. But to be fair, we've bombed a few countries. Gonna try and maybe squeeze this one. Ball's gonna come out to the right. Wind's gonna be working it back. It's up the hill. I'm gonna go just a little bit more to the left. That's hanging out there to the right. Did not come back left at all. There's slope over there, but that's not how I foresaw that one. You love Texas? I've only been to Texas by way of airport. I've never actually spent any time in Texas. I've flown through Dallas a couple of times. But I've never actually spent any time. We almost, because we were potentially going to have a really long layover until they were able to get us on an earlier flight. We almost spent a bunch of time there and almost left the airport to go and tour. I pulled it. And I didn't get enough legs on it. Yeah, that's the fairway bounce and release. That's kind of the hard thing there. Take it. You just moved to Dallas from Colorado? Well, at least you're not originally from Dallas, because if you're originally from Dallas, that means that you've got a higher likelihood of being a Cowboys fan. And that'd be a little bit problematic. Yeah, I left the face open on that. That's so in the bunker, right? That's such a bunker lip shot. Finish left. Just need to finish left. I didn't finish left on that last one, that's why we flared the face so wide open. And then balls below the feet. And I did not. I think one thing that I keep mistaking is when the ball is below your feet like that, it plays more of a headwind distance-wise. Like when the ball's below your feet and into the wind, same way, like if the ball's above your feet, if the angle creates more of a headwind, you have to play it as such. And I think sometimes on these wedges, I get like lackadaisical with it, and just ends up putting me short. Oh, you know what it is? It was CC that we played, not Kinetic. I mean, it's fine. But CC was actually what we played round 1 of yesterday. But this has quicker green speed, so it works. It works, it works, it works. Okay, I'm trying to mess with some stuff with my... Ooh. With the way that my OBS is configured. Because I'm trying to make sure that, like, when people do the, like, said hi and whatnot on the vertical stream, that I don't miss it. What's going on, Max? In alignment in Chicago, trying to keep everyone's lights on. In alignment? I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. You do you. Which Chicago Bear? What lineman are you in? Hey, what's going on, Jim? Welcome back. Big rounds tonight? Hopefully. Oh, you're aligned. Okay, okay. Now I understand. not in alignment. Our alignment. I gotcha. Well, stay safe out there, man. Stay safe. Actually, one of my best friend lives in the Chicago area, so stay safe. Keep his lights on. One of the more thankless jobs. I'm gonna try and hit this short of the green and bounce it up. Oh, I closed it. Should still feed a bit to the right. Oh wow, that bounce was so big. Jeez. That didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. Oof. 58 would have been close. The 2% over not helping us out. Within striking distance, no. The guys at the top just shot like crazy low scores every round. We got to 24 under, but it was like 2 or 3 clear of the cut line, kind of in like I think we were like 39th or somewhere like that. So like not in a bad spot, but the top guys are like over 10 strokes clear. Yeah, those guys are hitting 17. I think we were 11 strokes off. Like I think Woe shot like a 17 and 18 under. Just kind of crazy shooting by the top guys. They're so good. I mean, Europe's not safe because war can maybe happen. USA is safe for living. I mean, I think everything is relative. I think it varies country to country, city to city, region to region. You know, can definitely define the whole of a country, yeah, to maybe be safer, but I think it ultimately depends on where. You know, I live in a very rural area, so like for me it's way different than if, you know, I was in Chicago, for example. I think the same thing can be said for most places. Still low. Hey. Still low. So close, though. So close. Par 5. Okay, so here's the question. If you power drive this, we probably end up going through, right? But I'm trying to play like a little bit of a cut to maybe give us a little bit more of a right angle. That works. That also landed in the light rough, which I think helps us out quite a bit. Okay, so now, I did notice, I looked back at some of the scoring. People are making eagles in some of the holes. I don't know if it's because we're not good at overpowering, or if it's because we don't play driver off the deck, or I don't know exactly what it is, but there were some eagles scored on holes that we like barely made a birdie or made a par on. So like I know par 5 scoring. I think I saw one person had like 6 eagles through the first 2 rounds. I don't know if we had one. Yeah, that's huge in a tournament like this. Hey, good evening, John. How we doing today? DeAndre, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Use that's normal? Yeah, I mean, it varies state to state. Yeah, I could feel the close there. I feel like that still came out a lot shorter. It was maybe because of the closed. I'm gonna roll a little bit further. Okay, 86%. This is my regular reminder. Oh, or maybe not. We're gonna miss it low. That was better distance control. That was definitely better distance control. I was gonna say that's my daily reminder to put more transition stat in, but we actually hit. We actually hit it. For 60, well, I mean, there's still regulations and stuff as to what, but yeah, I mean, it's different countries, different rules. See, video for YouTube? What video are you talking about? 27, 29 to 30, 38. A little uphill bounce, yeah. This might be a little bit short, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, big bounce. Okay, we're good. I wasn't really sure how the uphill would play or how the bounce would be. That bounce was decently sized, but it works out. Egg it in their ears. Welcome back, dude. Thank you for taking the time to rack up 9,000 channel points. That is no small feat. Also, what is this default aim? No, Jim. Nothing has the vibration on the. Well, actually, I guess CC does. Pro Tours and True Sim are no vibration. Playing golf tomorrow? Predictions as to what you're gonna shoot? Can I have a little bit of context about the course, John? How difficult is the course? Weather should be favorable, yeah. mean, this is again kind of the same thing. I pulled it. Looks like the pull is not the worst thing in the world. I'll take pulls if they're going to be like that. Pretty difficult. Bryson played at it. It's called Castle Hills. It's on his YouTube. Pretty difficult. We'll go 80. Go 80. I mean, prove me wrong. Obviously. Big cut. Didn't cut it enough. I started playing a little bit more. It was straight into the face, so. %62%. Brother. Just go in. 80's what you usually shoot there? Well, there you go. Very, very good guess. Play much in between seasons of TGC? So we'll keep playing. I don't think I'm gonna like grind out the I don't think I'm gonna grind out the events. Like the exhibition events, I guess they call them. I think what we'll do is play probably just play some ranked. You know, run some ranked solos, ranked duos with chat. And I think the other thing that we will do is Revan's holding a tournament, so once we get to that tournament being available, we'll participate in that as well. But I don't think that starts until the beginning of September. So I think there's even. I hate those fairway bounces, man. It's so stupid. Why the fairway has to be like a rock? By comparison, I don't know. There we go. That one has enough revolutions. Correct. Exhibition. So once we get to the playoffs, promotion, demotions are all turned off. And they don't get turned back on until the actual, the official start of the next season. Exhibition events are just kind of a holdover period. You know, people can play the events, test themselves, but there won't be anything to play. At least like in a meaningful way. Tried to loft it into that. I just felt like if I go with a higher club, or I mean a lower club, like I'm not gonna get there. It just felt like my best bet. Nice. Center cup. Don't do a soft reset before each new season. So, I mean, they do a reset in the sense that they reset promotion and demotion marks that were accrued in the previous season. But yeah, they don't do anything outside of that. So, you get a fresh start, but you stay in the same flight that you were in. You know, and then things just pick right back up again. You know, and then they'll start running the promotion events and everything. You know, they'll get back into their normal cadence. Okay, let's test this out. Let's try and see. So that's 11. Okay. Okay, still a little bit off on that. But I'm trying to mess with some you know, visualizations and things when it comes to left to right aims, because that's one thing that I'm struggling with immensely. My left to right wins have been a bit off. We're making some putts though. We're definitely making some putts. Okay, let's do something nice here. 257 yards back there. We're not getting there with this. So we gotta take something of this nature. Bounce it there. Big couple hops, and then the roll. I don't think... I definitely overswung that. I meant to partial it and I completely forgot. We'll see how this goes. Fairway bounce because I got too far right. It's gonna go out the back of the green. That was bad. I like blanked on what I was doing. Okay, 9 yards to there. Pushed it. I wish I was a better chipper. It's so hard for me to hit that swing consistently. But we are swinging well. We are swinging well, so it really is going to come down to how we read shots. Indy Woods, hello. 260, 245. It's gonna be a little bit longer than this. I think we hit it stock. That's still got more left. Come on. It's very firm and you're a 3-wood, you gotta release. Yeah, that hill was the part I was concerned about. We still got left, which is crazy to me. I think it's because I didn't hit a straight ball, but I hit a little bit of a draw ball. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I feel like our reads are getting a little bit better. I feel like our reads are definitely getting a little bit better. Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit more confident with how to analyze. Like, I'm not actually counting much. I'm like seeing the putts a little bit better, knowing when I need to, you know, add a little bit of pace, that sort of thing. Which, that's good. Those are the types of steps forward that we need to be making in our game. Okay, I need to be a little bit punchy with this. Not sure if it's going to be too long, but I do just feel like I need to be more punchy with it. Okay, yeah, there was the too punchy. Because it was uphill. And so I think the uphill took a little bit out of the... Nice. Look at the read. Center cup. Yo, welcome back, young gat. All right. 16 under is a good warm-up. 16 under is a very good warm-up. We'll take it. We'll take it, we'll take it, we'll take it. So yeah, if we can just keep that going for the entirety of today, I'll be content. I'll be content with that. Yeah, that works for me. That works for me. I mean, we had that, had a par on a par 5 early on, but we started to dial some things in. Yeah, you can tell though that, yeah, who the plat players are, because they're the ones that then hang on and shoot like a 16 under average for the entire tournament or more. I guess 17 under average. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. We're almost at 40,000 VC. I don't know what I'm going to spend it on. I mean, I guess I can tell my wife that it's okay if she buys some outfits for me for season 3. She sees any clothes in the shop that she wants to put my character in. 69 under. Okay. So we just got to go... We just got to go 17, 18, or something in that ballpark. Or no, because we got to go 45 under in the last 2 rounds. We got to go 22, 23. I can do math. I would have put myself at 59. I just got to go 22 and 23 under to win. So no sweat. No sweat. Should be easy peasy. Get in there, Vandy. Just in time. Just in time. Here's what's going on. Thank you for the luck. Vandy, thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Welcome on in, everybody from Vandy's. We are just in time for Plat. Almost. We're going to get going here in just a few minutes. Before we do, just a friendly reminder, I have pinned in all of the chats a straw poll. Again, for those unfamiliar, at the end of the golf season here, we're going to switch things up from daily golf to 2 longer streams of golf a week and 2 variety days. So I want you guys to be involved in that. I have a couple of game options listed. I want you guys to choose so that there's some investment there, and I'm not playing something that nobody wants to watch. I'd rather have a few people that are interested than not. So get in there, let your voice be heard. I'll leave that obviously open for a couple of weeks here as the season is not over, but just want to throw that out there. I will try and remind people it's also in the Discord, so if you join the Discord and you miss it, it's in the suggestions, it's pinned there. But yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out, being here. We've got rounds 3 and 4 of Plat on the docket this evening. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break to flush the pre-roll ads away over here on Twitch. And then we'll come back and we'll dive into the meat of the content. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you back in 2.
It's raining.
Ads. Alright, be back. Stream was good. Wexford, Truson 3 and 4, 6 under, 5 under to finish 12 under. Well, that's a nice weekend bounce back. That's a nice weekend bounce back then. Yeah, 12 times better, or 11, I guess technically 11 times better than the first 2 rounds, so get in there. Yeah, that course definitely, if you're not close, even if you are close, there's some break. There's some break that you have to be prepared for. Alright, let's see if we can keep the swing up for 2 more rounds here. Blue tees, so we're moving up. Medium wins, so that sounds like a gettable combination, potentially. West, firm, very fast. So gonna have to be mindful on approach. There is going to be some big kicks and some releasing. But if we can keep that all in mind, the wind isn't too crazy. Try and put ourselves into good positions, try and get ourselves into scoreable positions, and just see how many we can get into and how many we can convert on. That's tight. If I can try and be a little bit more right-hand side of the fairway, that would be great. Okay, good swing. Square it up nicely. Now this is the part of my game, like, I could go for the power drive, but it's like, if I miss the power drive, like, we're in pretty dire straits. If we make it, we've got, you know, a much more reasonable approach here. I don't know, what do we think this wind is? 6 or 7, maybe? It's gonna kick to the right. I almost want to be a few more yards. To the right, because it does feed back right to left once it gets through this gap. Did I really end up just hitting it that short? In my head, I'm thinking very firm, very fast, we're gonna go. I put the loft on it, and that really killed it. I just felt like if we took the 3-wood choked, like, we're too far. That's a bit of a missed opportunity. I mean, we could still go. Missed opportunity for eagle, I guess, is probably the better way to look at it. %, nice. Hmm. 3% over, definitely overread it too. Okay. It's a 2-putt for birdie. You know, I'm obviously looking to try and eagle all of the par 5s if we can. We get to the, if we just, this is like, do you play for trying to get onto the green somehow? Because I could definitely play it in a way where we try and get just into the sand, but I'm going to try it where we, like, kill it in this rough on the upslope. I didn't think it would kill it like that, but, I mean, we can still super flop it out of here. I'm gonna give it a little bit extra. I think it's on an upslope. Uh-oh. A little bit too far of a miss to the right. You're probably the most egregiously not good were the 3 par 5s. Think you played them like 1 or 2 under across the 4 rounds. Round 1, round 2, march of 1,000. Yeah. The burn edges can definitely rack up quickly. And I think a lot of times when you're dealing with the burn edges and stuff, like, it also very quickly becomes mental, right? Like, you don't get that buildup of confidence of making anything. And so it all just kind of starts to pile up against you. Momentum is just such a huge thing in these games. That's 2% over. Again, so much of it is like put yourself in position to have an opportunity to score. Right, so like even though I'm long there, we're in the right part of the green. That's ultimately the key, is to just keep yourself in a spot where you can try and have a reasonable chance. Because like I can get pretty negative pretty quick of like, oh, missed my input, as if my input is always, you know, my input and my reads are always just 100% correct, which is 100% not the case. I thought we had it. I thought we had that one. The hop, I was like, that looks like it's tracking. Obviously, because we de-lofted it and it's pretty low wind, there's no spin back. But like this, like I don't think there's any reward to driving it. Or to power driving it, rather. If you take driver, like, that's a really long bunker shot. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to be gained. I'm sure there are people that do go for it and find a way to get rewarded. My short game is not this immaculate thing. Maybe there's a bunker shot to be played from there. Hey, what's going on, Koof? That's why PGA sucks. Can't do that every time IRL. Joke of a game, Marshall. It's a video game, man. It's a video game. We're playing on Legend Swing. I don't know what like. We shot 37 under this week for 4 rounds with no grids and no scout cam at Cherry Hills Country Club, which is a former U.S. Open PGA Championship course. Like. It's a video game. It's infinitely more repeatable, and that is just the nature of it. It's just the nature of it being a video game. Like, there's really nothing you can do about it. That's why it sucks. Well, I mean, then every golf game that has ever existed is gonna suck, right? Every golf game that's ever existed is gonna suck, because unless you're basically VR golf where you can get the third dimension and everything involved, yeah, it's just, you know. FIFA and NHL and Madden and everything suck because you can make unrealistic plays and play with concept and cheese things. Yeah. The actual golf read? I do. Not a lot, but I do. Not very good. Hey, what's going on, Abe? It's going well, man. Solid start. We're 5 under through 5 here. Trying to keep the pace. Trying to keep the pace. In high. I feel like I have to shave it off like this. Okay, we squared it up. Did I take too much off? Because that's gone. If of course. Freaking course. I take a little bit too much off of it. Underswung it. If we hit that on the money, it might just grab for the eagle. Hey, welcome back, Grandmaster. Yeah, we're gonna lay this up a little bit, try and get full wedge. I mean, we're keeping the birdie train going. We're keeping the birdie train going. Just always stings to not be able to capitalize on eagle opportunities. I feel like when the rounds are like this, the eagles are so important. Cut through the wind a little bit. Well, to be fair, I hit it 101. I hit it 101 and I hit it plus 2% on the rhythm, so that makes sense why it was a little bit longer than I thought. Getting sucked into the battlefield hype for the 10th straight game. I saw like a brief clip of it. I mean, it looks good, but it's also, I don't know, you know, how rendered the shots and stuff are. I don't know. I've never played a Battlefield game. Closest thing I played was the old, like, 13 or something, 2012 Medal of Honor game that was, like, a cross kind of between Battlefield and old Medal of Honor stuff. I've never actually played a Battlefield. I haven't played a shooter like that, like a Call of Duty or anything in ages. Medal of Honor was so good. It was so different to me that I like couldn't quite get into it. All right, I'm taking a risk here. We're gonna go. Oh, I left it open. Oh, this might not be great. We're gonna take the land it short and roll it on approach with the 8-iron. Which is actually not that bad. Leaving it open definitely takes us offline. We have a chance though. Okay. Okay, we're visualizing the putts pretty well right now. You know, it's always unfortunate to have our swing path miss on a shot like that. Like, I'd rather have our swing path miss on like a tee shot with an open fairway. I mean, obviously, if we're getting picky with it, right? Gonna be pretty close. A little short, and then the bounce, so we'll take a little bit off of it. Okay, perfect distance. Absolutely perfect. A little bit off the side to side there. So note taken. Your wind meter judgment was off. Shots were miles better today. There you go, Jim. Get in there. Yeah, really, really having a good understanding of of what the win numbers are is so helpful. That, I think, was swing path related. I pushed. That was push open. I did not get a straight swing on that. I'm not gonna dock my judgment of the putt. I'm gonna just dock my execution. Gotta focus up on that. I think I ended up not really shifting my hands, and I took more of my, like, regular swing, which you can't be doing. Underswung it a touch, and I think my brain was subconsciously just like, dude, you're gonna maybe go long, and so I decided to shave just a touch off. Still the push. Come on, Colby. Focus on your putts. The short ones, though, it doesn't matter as much, but like as those putts get longer, like you just can't afford those sorts of things to happen. The wind meter is turning quite a bit. If I can get it down up towards this edge at like the 270, we'll be good. So if the wind will rotate back, we'll take it. Okay, so let's think about this for a hot second. 2019 flat lie. So this could be like 2 yards long to about pin high. I think we want to go somewhere like here and just kind of go straight at it. 96%. Oh, 95 was great. Just a little bit off on that swing pad. Okay, look at it's a short putt, but look at it, Colby. You almost missed it, man. You almost missed it. Just chillax. Oh, see, if this wind is tailing, we're power drive bombs away going for it. With this, I'm gonna lay it back. Hold on, I have not seen it. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Speaking of Formula One, though, I am going to probably end up with Netflix by the end of the year. So in a few months, because we don't have Netflix right now, but with F1 moving from ESPN to Apple TV next year, I need to get an Apple TV Plus subscription. And my ISP bundles Peacock, Netflix, and Apple TV Plus together for like a 40%, for like $15 or something. Now, I mean, it's Netflix with ads, so it's not the best. It's not the best flicks, but will be useful. Always afraid to deloft more. Apple TV is only used for Severance. Greatest show you've ever seen. I'll probably have to watch it because we'll have it. we had access to Apple TV at one point through family, and we watched Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso was fantastic. But we really didn't watch much else on there. I think my wife watched Schmigadoon. Or maybe a couple other things. But not too much. Hey, what's going on now? Welcome back. Hey, good luck with that jig. How's it going, Kevin? So many different angles, backstories, theories that come with. I've heard very, very good things about Severance. Absolutely have. So not debating you on that. I took it a little bit deep. I was hoping we get some feed right to left. I wasn't sure how that would go. Little right to left movement. Flat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop pushing it, Colby. My goodness. My swing path is not straight at all on these. What's going on, Corey? But I got to play IRL with the IRL friends since Stu was finally released on Night Rain. 2-player scaling does feel much nicer than 3. I gotta get around to it at some point. I don't know when not, but at some point I will get Night Rain. This feels like bait, but also it's gonna be tight from the fairway. But Michael, how many hole-in-ones? So we have 7 hole-in-ones. We have 7 hole-in-ones. If you count the barstool ones and like ones that we've hit in challenges, we have like 18 or something like that. But I've got 7 in like actual rounds. Feels so risky. Feels so risky. I don't know. If I was confident with it, maybe I would want to take it. But let's go kind of out here, try and get a wedge. And we'll just try and figure something out. That shot just feels like pain more than anything. That is quite the downhill lie. We're gonna get a couple yards out of that. Hey, that's the input that we were going for. Oh, come on. De-lofted, downhill, lie, tailwind, and it still finds a way to spin back. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We'll take it, though. Still find a way. Still find a way. Yeah, I know, like, 60-degree wedge naturally has backspin, but I thought there was enough stuff to counteract it. I really, really, really thought there was enough stuff to counteract that. No. I thought my rhythm was off, not my contact. Okay, I mean we can still make it. %60. Hey. Plattsco and Will Smithers, only one par on the card here through 15 holes. Haven't been able to convert any eagles. But we're plugging along. Messed that one up. Hit the tree. I was trying to run that one around. And I missed the swing path, so we're gonna have to make this a 3-shotter. Who's this putting maniac, Scott? I have no idea. What up, Lucas? Yeah, I don't recognize this man. Unfamiliar territory. Alright, let's just make eagle here instead. Too far off. Can't commit on the wedges. I've been overplaying them. I've been overplaying the wedges just a little bit. 36%. Still a birdie. Again, it's just no eagles. it's no eagles. But we're scoring. Nice casual driver swing. Just get it over the water, bump it down there, give yourself a wedge. I didn't even have to bump it down. I was afraid I was going to get inside 100 yards. Now we're at the, like, awkward distance here. I'm going to have to, like, take off this choke pitching wedge. A little bit overswung. Little bit overswung. This one slides. This one slides. 40%, which is just like a Jake Tapper. Again, that's that, gosh darn it, it's that push again. What am I doing with my swing pat? That's enough to actually affect it. I'm like, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because the putt's so short, I'm like not readjusting my putter grip, and I'm just taking a normal swing. And I'm paying for it. That's 2 holes now that I'm pretty sure we could have made the putt, and I botched the swing on the putt pretty badly. Off the top of your heads, what's the worst food you've ever tasted? I don't even know, man. Not gonna lie, I don't try a lot of foods because I don't like a lot of foods. No, I don't know. I have memories as a kid of like a broccoli casserole or something, and it was a texture thing. For me, it's like the like soggy, doughy. I don't know. Doesn't bode well for me. Doesn't bode well for me, that one. How's it going, Scud? Hey, Shlong Legs, welcome back. Yeah, there's definitely something to be said about being a little bit more aggressive on some of those. Penn State's record this year, Sean? Off the top, probably 10-2. I'm hoping it's better than that, but you're telling me that dies that much? And in a normal world, I feel like the 6-iron is always whatever. In a normal world, I feel like the 6-iron is always bouncing more than that. That felt like the softest 6-iron. I didn't even do anything to it. Oh, come on. Come on. Just give it to me one time. Alright. Only 16. It definitely should help to move us up the leaderboards a little bit, I would hope. But there's obviously a lot of low scoring out there, so it might not move us up that much. Have you any wool, Nicholas? Hey, thank you, Scud. You had Chinese TV dinner once and vomited? Ugh. Never had Chinese TV dinner. I've only ever... Well, actually, I've gotten Chinese food from Chinese restaurants, and then like the bagged stuff that you can like throw on the skillet. But I've never had TV dinners. We don't need a lot of TV dinner stuff, but I've never done Chinese TV dinner. That doesn't sound pleasant though. Yeah, we were 39th. That says 22nd. I mean, we'll see if we can keep some similar stuff going. But yeah, Scott, I'm obviously holding on. I know that the weekend was quite good, and I always use you as my measuring stick for how a week has gone. You know, so I think I should be good with Bubs. The one that scares me. Oh, Cabs played round 3. Okay, I'm less scared. Rio is the other wild card. Rio's the other wild card. Because Cabs and Bubs would have to shoot, what, 17 under round 4s? I don't see that happening, especially the way that this course has gone. Rio's the one that at 14, he was only one out of me. He's the one that could pull the cat out of the bag. Also, Stream Surge. Hello. I almost missed you in the flood of first chats. Highlights. Love Chinese food. I do too. We had some teriyaki chicken tonight, which is kind of in that vein. Some Trader Joe's teriyaki chicken, some rice. Easy meal, quite tasty. But yeah, once Rio plays his round 3, I'll feel a little bit better about True Sim. But thank you, Scud. Always a good battle. Always a good battle. Okay, so before we hop into round 4, again, friendly reminder, pinned in all of the stream chats is a straw poll to help me determine what variety game we're gonna kick off the off season with. We will still be playing golf. We're gonna be playing 2 days of golf and 2 days of something else. Right now, God of War is leading, but you can change that if you want. Spencer, welcome back for 5 months. Appreciate you, man. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's the call to action. I have it pinned in the suggestions tab in Discord if you miss out on it and you want to come back around to it later. But yeah, hope you're all enjoying. Thank you for hanging out. Like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. No Last of Us 2. Well, Lucas, I don't have. See, here's the thing. I don't have The Last of Us 2. I have God of War. It was free. Lies of P is going to be free in like a day. And I bought Star Wars Jedi Survivor for like $12 on the Steam sale. So, unless you're going to tell me that The Last of Us 2 was $12. Hey, solo games lately. Last thing I played was the Elden Ring DLC. Last thing I played was the Elden Ring DLC. And before that was The Last of Us. I did Baldur's Gate 3 offline with some buddies. And we're gonna start... We just started Deep Rock Galactic last week. Prior to that was Hades 2. But yeah, interest for Hades 2 was pretty low. Ooh, Star Wars Jedi Survivor has taken the lead. Okay. I think I missed it. So God of War was leading. God of War was leading, but now it is 6 votes for Jedi Survivor, 4 votes Lies of P, 4 votes God of War. So it's pretty tight, and it'll be open for a couple weeks. So that's just where it stands. But that is not necessarily where it will fall. And if you miss any of the stuff, it'll be on YouTube as a VOD because we're gonna multi-stream it all. You think so, Michael? Well, the thing is, I played the Lies of P demo. And it felt, at least at the time, a bit janky on the inputs. I'm a huge Souls guy. Like, my life, the life that most of the golf people missed out on. I used to be a Dark Souls 3 challenge runner. I had no hit. Dark Souls 3, any percent. We did all sorts of end game, low level challenge runs, whatever. So like Souls games, Souls likes, that's my happy place. You know, enjoyed playing Elden Ring. We've got we finished that a few months ago on the DLC. Lies of P, I will look forward to if it plays. I've heard good things. That like people would give it, like a solid 8 out of 10 kind of deal. So I'm trying to be open-minded to it. Maybe it'll just take me a little bit of time to get familiar with. But yeah, that's up to you guys if you choose for me to play that now or ever. But I am definitely gonna pick it up when it's free on PS Plus here. Hey, what's going on, Joke? Return to DS3 with the Master Run, not? We've over time we've come back to DS3 a couple of times. I think that's still one. If you gave me like a slightly longer stream frame, like time frame, I could probably get through all bosses in the DLCs. I'm sure there are some places where I could pick up time, but yeah, stream it and I tend to slow play some of this stuff. It's improved since beta. Another Souls-like you recommend is Kazan. Probably one of your favorite games you've ever played. I have heard of that one. Kazan was a little bit more recent, right? Like Lies of P's been out for some time now. I believe Kazan was within the last year, maybe even sooner than that. But yeah, it's kind of one thing at a time. Yeah, Kazan's newer. Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely hear of things. Lies of P was definitely one that I heard of more than most. Always wanted to call it Lives of Pi. Yeah, you just, the entire time, your whole character is a boat with a person and a tiger. So you have to be mindful of that as you're playing the game. Really like Jedi Survivor, Adam? I really liked Jedi Fallen Order back years ago. I played through it twice. I played through it on regular and then Jedi Grandmaster difficulty. If we do go Jedi Survivor, I'm going to ask a buddy of mine, Thunder Scepter, if anybody's within the Star Wars community, you might know him, because he did no-hit runs. He no-hit the first game, and I don't think he's finished it, but he's gotten pretty low on Jedi Survivor. I'm going to ask him if I should do the first playthrough on Jedi Grandmaster, if I'm stupid for doing that. Yeah, I'm not gonna put the cart in front of the horse. We'll wait to see. Yeah, there you go. Not gave a shout out to Thunder Scepter. So if you guys are interested in that, Thundy's he's a good dude. He's dorky like me, probably even more so. But very good at the Star Wars Jedi games. All right, so we still have one more round left. I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break. I don't think we have any need to run a full 3. We'll take a quick 2-minute break here, get the pre-rolls cleared out for the next hour, and then we will hop into round 4. So thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to a little bit of variety content in addition to the golf as well. We've definitely neglected it for the most part for a long time. So I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Ads. Okay, we are back. Be tough to do that. Yeah, going straight into Jedi Grandmaster would definitely be difficult. I think, so my thought process with it, obviously, I'm a bit sadistic, right? Like, we do challenge runs, we play games on hard difficulties for fun. But the other thing is, I don't know, I feel like just doing a first playthrough, is interesting to a certain degree, but I'm just kind of looking at it from like the content standpoint and the like, why should somebody stop in and check out your stream? first playthrough versus like first playthrough on the hardest difficulty. Obviously, there's a tough balance there because if it's so hard that you just are like really struggling to progress for a while, you know, is it more interesting to have that much investment in each successful boss kill, or is it too slow? Like, there's that question. But yeah, it's kind of trying to find like what are ways to make things interesting. Like when we play this, we're playing in a competitive tournament each week. Like we're competing against the best on these tough setups, you know, on legend difficulty, all that, or on True Sim, right? We're taking away, you know, playing Master Swing, but we're taking away other stuff. Like, to me, there's a level of like, okay, that's impressive, or there's, you know, oh, look at his knowledge, or whatever, right? Whatever you watch for. But when you switch to something that is not your knowledge base, you know, it's like trying to find, well, what's something different that is interesting? All right, playing from the tips with very high winds out of the north, very firm, and default fast. So this is basically like impossible challenge conditions with like greens that are 20 points slower, which is like basically not all that much. So final round, impossible challenge. We'll see how it goes. I still am pretty certain that I saw some deep double-digit scores. Okay, good swing. Would be nice if I knew how to overpower more than just 101% consistently. Just because if we could, you know, we get another 10 yards. I like how this is my default because it's to the center of the green aim. That would sail me out the back, I'm pretty certain. But yeah, just having less. Just having less loft, you know, is always such a critical piece. We're gonna try the old up the fairway gimmick. Is the 6-iron gonna backfire yet again? We'll see. That kick to the right? Okay. How does it take me to play around, Seth? It depends. It depends. If I'm like really cruising and I'm not really stopping to talk too much, like 30 minutes, which I know is not that fast. I also don't fast forward a ton. 30 to 45 is a decent guess on average. It gets a little bit longer if I have a lot of like really trying shots. You know, stuff is you know, it's maybe like a lot crazier conditions and pin sets and everything. That's the sort of stuff that'll really start throwing a round off. A little bit overswung. That's going to hang out there to the right, isn't it? Would have been close. We'll still take birdie. Still take birdie. That's a... I don't know how you get that close to make the eagle. Maybe a couple hours? No. You don't have to look for your ball like real life. You don't have to... You don't have to walk to it. You know, that stuff, that saves you a ton of time. That saves you an absolute boatload of time. Some of your sanctuary rounds can take up to an hour. Yeah, like if I'm playing... If it's a plat round with like really crazy hole locations and very high winds and everything, like if you're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at me, right, then it's gonna take me some time. then it's gonna take me some time. But if you're just, or if True Sim is maybe a little bit tougher on a week. Oh, come on. Then there's a chance there as well. But if we're scoring, it's like the rounds are like, it's tough and we're not able to get it close and score. So you have like just, it's extra putts to read. Yeah, Legend True Sim. But like for me, I don't think that would change too much. I mean, the Legend swing wouldn't change anything. I guess the aim marker not being there might take a little bit extra. I don't think it would take me that much extra time though. This is such a tight shot because it's the very firm with the wind, so like you have to play it so close to the front edge. You have to play it so close to the front edge. 43%. So scary because you're like, you're hitting it gentle and like letting it wiggle towards the hole, and so you're like waiting so long to be like, is it gonna break like I thought? Is Elite no player ever watch anyone else play this? We are currently ranked 16th in the world in TGC Tours, which is this third-party society that we play through. I don't play like ranked matchmaking, but yeah, we're pretty close to the top. There's still a huge, I don't want to get it twisted, there's still a huge skill gap to the guys above me. Talk about clutching it up, putting the power drive on. I don't know if power drive was the right play, but I felt like I needed it. 16. It's gonna play more than 16. It's gonna play closer to like 20 or so. That's 183. Choked 4-iron. It's still turnover left. That should get kind of... No, it's going to get held up. Need to, like, cut a regular 4-iron. That's not easy. Not an easy hole with that wind. Not at all. 54%. I've been having a really good... a good go of it, like... being able to visualize my backswing and then like playing kind of the pace that I think that a shot's gonna take off the club from that. %. Almost had it. Almost had it. Now you're just getting on the beach. Yeah, we're continuing to strike it well. Continuing to strike it well. Just trying to get some of these diagonals and everything worked out. Like 19-mile-an-hour headwind. Okay, squared it up, trying to throw this 8-iron back there. I mean, the wind's going to knock it down immensely. Yeah, it's not bad. Wind got a hold of it a little bit more. Choke 7-iron would have gone a little deep, so that was definitely the right call. Good read. Good read. All right, I mean, we're scoring every other at this point. We've been close on a few of them. This round, at least with some of the wins that we've played so far, definitely feeling quite tough. I'm going to have to take this power drive. Okay, I mean, that's as smooth can be. Technically got overpowered. We got 101. Okay. Okay, we have a chance. We have a chance at putting one back here. So let's see what we can make of it. The wind is going to end up... I think we're going to end up having to take stock 3 hybrid. We got 15-mile-an-hour wind. Falls above the feet. And wind is a little bit in. I love the distance on it. Love the distance on it. Gave it too much back. The wind was not playing as little as I thought. 60%. I've been visualizing these pretty well, so I'm just gonna kind of try and keep reading them like I've been. Just keep reading them like I've been. Okay, finally, an eagle. It's about dang time. It's about dang time. I honestly can't tell you if we've had an eagle up until this point. Streamer, your hype is very subdued. What's going on, Joe? Welcome back, man. $96. Because I feel like if we take the regular one here, I mean, yeah, you got like 15 miles an hour. At the tail, full tailwind, I'm maybe getting like 9 to 10, so I'm maybe getting like 5. Be landing like right in here. Oh. Do not like this, Sam, I am. But, alas, here we are. Yeah, just give it a little bit of extra juice to make sure it lands on the green. Of course not. No. Still puttable. Still puttable. I gave it the 101. We land inches short on the fringe. So you get the very firm kick from the fringe, as opposed to the very firm kick of the fairway, which, or I mean, of the green, which are different. Drastically so. It's kind of crazy how the firmness differential works. So what, like 17? So we'll give this is playing about 211. Carries about 214. It's too far. I feel like I gotta land it kind of like that 206 mark. 5 yards off. Okay, nice cut. Not quite far enough right. Look at that bounce, and then it's gonna roll. Okay, it did manage to check up a little bit. Trying to cut it more back to the right. Okay, 48%, it's sliding. Most unfortunate. I pushed it. It's dead. It's dead. Just barely missed the mark, and out of the dirt, I don't know. I feel like I have to put loft on this. Hybrid. This is a little guess of how this is gonna play. It's not gonna get back there, but we're on the green. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a chance, you know. 58%. We're putting, even when we miss, we're putting them pretty close. So I don't know. We're giving things lots of chances to go in. I actually need to take. Need to take the choke driver because I want to be able to have a full wedge in hand, and I may have still thrown it too long. We'll see. Okay, no, we're good. So, unsolicited tip for people. If you're looking to improve your accuracy, I would say throw away partials. Unless you're like pitching or something, like try and give yourself, I personally would rather have this shot, right? I would rather have a full wedge than than not. Personal opinion, but it just helps me control things. What's going on, Denise? Of course, I land it literal freaking like inch off. But I don't know. Full wedge in hand. There's obviously situational stuff where, like, if I'm going to put myself down into, like, this hole. This is a good example. If I know that I can, like, reasonably put myself into a bunker shot or something that I feel like I have control, like, there are exceptions to the rule. Now, I missed, so this could turn out to be very painful. Okay, it's a long bunker shot. Yeah, so this one definitely was a bit of a mistake. But like there are certain times where you take the risk. Left, super fast. Yeah, 90% was what I wanted. That's why I need to up my transition stat. But like 8-foot proximity, yeah, I would argue that in these very highs, you could make a better argument for not going with the full wedge. In hindsight, what would I do, Ben? Play it out to the right? I mean, the safe play is played out to the right for the full wedge. That drive is definitely a bit more on the questionable side, just given the fact that it's a power drive to make it. If it's a regular drive, I'm less risk averse. Pick as a play. Yeah. So I missed that. I miss my inputs. I end up too much to the right, so now I'm at it. But if I hit my inputs and I'm a little bit more left, because we push opened, we don't lose as much yardage. All of a sudden now we're in that like long pick range, and I can maybe throw something down there. Basically, I just want to be guaranteeing myself, or as close to guaranteeing myself, a 100% shot as I can. It's almost going to play 30 extra yards. 9-iron into this wind? I mean... I think this is going to be really good. 9-iron should spin back a little bit. Why it spins up the hill is beyond me. That's one of those random physics things with these games that I've never quite understood, is like, what in the swing made the spin rotate like that? Getting close to grinding out the remaining archetypes to have more shot types? Is the knockdown one worth anything? I don't think so. I don't think so. For me personally, like in the situation where I would use a knockdown, you can just play to a longer number and hit a higher club to reduce the spin that you're taking into a shot. I think, what is it? I have power drive and I have green reader and I have pick. Pick is necessary. I would say if once you're good enough, you should have power drive. Green reader is subjective. I have it at 2 upgrades. I think recovery is a waste. Don't be there in the first place. And I don't think knockdown is useful enough. Personally, I mean, you might find use for it. I don't. I'm trying to go right at this thing. I put a little bit of loft on it because I felt like I would be way long if I didn't. Because 3 hybrids, even with the wind, tend to roll. And I think that was a good call. Listen to me, I'm a smart guy. I mean, I like to think so, but yeah, I'm also not the best, so yeah, you can always take what I say with a grain of salt. I also play the game a little bit differently than a lot of people. Because of, like, our ability to hit stuff consistently, like, there are certain pieces to the game that I just kind of blissfully ignore. Yeah, you want to have shots that are as versatile as possible. And so, like, I play a sculptor, which is probably, if I had to guess, like, the 3rd most used. I would say technician, magician, and then sculptor is probably the top 3. And I would think that technician takes it by a good margin. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I'm like messing with some stuff with the side-to-side approach reads, and I am not having a good time with it. Not having a good time with it. We're making putts though around here, which is nice. Hit as close as anyone, we'll talk about the rest. Well, sometimes we make putts. We're getting better. We're always working on it. But yeah, tee to green. Like, if we're gonna toot horns, like, I don't really like to hype myself up that much, but if we're gonna toot horns, probably one of the better tee to green players in the game. Play magician, but you feel your game consists of relying, aiming short, and praying for rollouts? Gotta get on that spin game. So, what you should have, Joe, like, I play closer to, like, what I played as, like, a power bag in 2K23. So, like, if you look at my clubs, my 60-degree wedge is 101 yards. I have 99 power in my driver. I don't have as much power on my 3-wood as some people put, but, like, my whole thought process is has gaps at the top of the bag and push power there, so, like, I can get far off the tee and then have higher amounts of loft and thereby spin on some longer shots here, right? Like, if at 180 yards, like at 168 yards, I can hit an 8-iron in, right? And so having that extra club, like, and the sculptor with the shaping, like, I can really fit gaps and put more loft. In this game, you have to factor this in too. People play, so it does affect, like, sculptor, it's pretty forgiving to shape it, but if you're partialing a shot, right, you're bringing a couple things into play. You have to hit a new percentage, right? 100% should be, 100 to 101% should be, like, just the most natural thing ever. If you're hitting a partial, you've got to hit something different. And not only that, as you partial, your flight trajectory goes down. Well, what does flight trajectory going down do? well, that's less spin. That's more, you know, lower angle coming in. Counter to that, like, I'm going to try and have more loft in. Loft, this stick does way more for stopping your ball, even though this might have more yardage effect on your carry. This will have yardage effect and way more actual spin on the ball from what I have seen. So in the same shot where you might take a 97, I'm going to loft it and take off 3-4 yards. And like, I might not have to loft it as much as you need to partial because it's going to come sit softer. Right? So like my game is very much so focused around that sort of play style. And now I'm going to hit this and kind of use this backstop. A little bit far out. Oh, come on, you suck. You suck so bad. I got a little bit left. It's not as steep over here. The steepness is over there. Gosh darn it. All right. We're looking. I'm not going to chip it. We're looking for a fall line. %, so you're not hitting it that hard. Let's see what we got. Little overswung. Oh, that would have been 51%. Would have had a nice look at that. You know what's an interesting to see? At least you can play this more. Yeah, I mean, everybody plays a little bit different. That's just how I've always approached things. I have pushed this on 2 consecutive rounds. I don't know what it is, but I've over-adjusted it. 218 yards. Is there a world where my dumbness... I'm risking quite a lot here. Push it again. Yep. I went for a shot that I know I shouldn't have. I went for a shot that I absolutely know that I shouldn't have. Put it back just to give me a little bit better of a chance. But yeah, I absolutely should have just taken my medicine and punched it out there, but it's fine. It's one of those, like, we're down by so many strokes, like, I may as well try and go for something. There we go. Yeah, 2 rounds in a row on that hole. I don't know if it's like I'm in my head about the shot that I'm trying to hit over and around the trees there, that I just end up getting my shot offline. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, if I sit here and think about it too much, you know, we're not gonna have a good time. Just put a 6 iron, or just put an 8 iron nice and close. Okay, one final hole. We're at 52. Definitely not too much of a slouch here. Let's try and get an overpower. Just the 101. I can never seem to, I mean, not never. Very, very infrequently do I crest over the 101. I have hit 108 in my entire 300 hours. There's just something about the timing that has not clicked for me. This is such a tough one. Like, what do you hit? Like something out here? Gotta hold for like half a second. Yeah, whatever the timing is just does not quite register in my brain. I've got 100 to 101 down pat. Couldn't have been just a little bit more right there. Hey, how's it going, Darby? Yeah, no, I know. It's like it's such a tight window. It's such a tight window, and the way that it works is it ramps up to 108 and then it drops like pretty swiftly. So you could technically hit 101 and be beyond the 108. And I think that's where part of my problem is. Like sometimes I hold it and I'm off on the 108 on the other side. So it's not even like we're off the mark that much. On turn. Dang, it just held out a little bit too much. All right, we'll birdie the last. We did find an eagle on the round. 13 under, I think, is solid there. That's basically impossible challenge conditions with greens that are like just a hair tamer. Yeah, I mean, look at that. There are a pair of 15s ahead of us, but 13 under definitely is a score to move us on the weekend. So 16, 13, that's some good movement on the weekend. Hey, what's going on, Van? How have you been? Good way to make coins, Darby? I would say the best way is to just play the game. Career mode is probably the most effective because career mode you can put on your rival every time, so it's like an extra 20 coins every event when you beat them. Because at the same time, there are a bunch of quests, career mode specific. You'll also be hitting daily and weekly quests potentially, as well as some of the seasonal ones just by working your way through the career mode. So the career mode is probably the most efficient way. I mean, if you really want to test your luck and gamble a little bit, you can maybe roll some high wagers, but it's on Pro-Am, so I don't think that's worth it, personally. But yeah, I would say they've made it so that like it can be rewarding. Like if you play career mode, if you're bored of that, like play the ranked tours stuff. If you're good enough, you will get the money back. There are also some quests related to it that will pay out just from playing rounds, participation rewards. So like the game is very much centered around completing quests and like logging back in daily and weekly and doing the like daily and weekly quests to get an extra little bit. But yeah, career mode is probably the best way to go. Your wife's boyfriend would fry me on this game, Steven? Bet. College football 2025, not upgrading to 26. From what I've heard, I don't actually know how much of an upgrade it is. So 86% GER, which is definitely not the best week for us. Top 25. Proximity was decent. I'm sure we got smoked though. 19.5, okay, so 5th. Yeah, I mean, what was it, 16 feet and had a hole out? I haven't, Van. I haven't. I played a little bit of 25. I've watched a little bit of 26. I just haven't had the itch. Don't get me wrong, I love college football. When college football's back, like I'll be watching plenty. But yeah, just haven't had the itch to play the college football game. Okay, better medium putting week for us. 92%. We are not often in the 90s, but we were a little bit low on our GERs compared to what we would like. 62%. Yeah, see, 40-something% is okay. 40-something% is okay. But you've got to have way higher than that to be like elite. 1 eagle, 53 birdies, 2 bogeys. I think that was a clean weekend though. I think the bogeys came in the first 2 rounds. Probably 1 bogey in the second, I think 1 in the first. Yeah. Less covers in the Falcons secondary. Yeah, it's not good. It's not looking good. 30. We've yeah, it's been on the decline for the last decade or so. But the wife has final say on when it goes, so we roll on. I haven't, Van. I have not. Once I have Netflix again, I'll watch it, but I probably won't have Netflix until like maybe late November, December at the earliest. So yeah, I mean, overall decent. This is low, which then translates to a few shots. And there's just a couple of eagle putts that miss. I mean, we've got a bunch of short putts, but I can't complain too much. 53 with some misses. I mean, if we look at this, we're probably only a few strokes off of 3 strokes off of 10th. Right? So that's, the 2 bogeys. We threw the one in the water there at the end of that round. If we punched that out, we could have given ourselves a chance at another stroke. You make a couple eagle putts that we nearly missed. Like next thing you know, we're top 10, if not getting close to flirting with top 5. So I am not upset about it. What's going on, Pee-wee? Hello? So yeah, we'll take it. We squeeze into the top 20 for the time being. I'm sure we'll probably drop down closer to like 25 or so. Hopefully we hold on to a top 25, and hopefully we hold on to the win intrusive. As it stands, we're leading. But like I said at the beginning of stream, I think the only person we have to worry about is Rio, because Rio was 1 stroke behind us going into the weekend. I don't think he's played because I checked right at the beginning, so unless he was playing at the same time, we're leading on countback. Cabot only got to 27. He was like one stroke behind us through 2 rounds. So yeah, it really comes down to Rio is 1 stroke behind through 2 rounds. you know, if he pieces together 2 really good weekend rounds, he can pip us. So we'll hold out hope. We'll see over the weekend how it all shakes out. But yeah, we might be on our way to snagging our second True Sim victory of the season, which would be pretty sweet. Washington 2026 looks the same as College Football 25. Yeah, I think there's a lot of like subtle differences. I think there's some stuff with schemes and different things. I don't know. I didn't really follow the development cycle and any of the press stuff that they put out as far as like what was changing. Some stuff definitely seems buggy. Some stuff seems like ridiculously difficult. I've watched it a little bit and watched a guy just get like every time that it's like a contested ball, it's like a 95% pick rate, it feels like. Now he is playing on Heisman, but still. Seems like stuff like, and the opponent just doesn't, you know, even on like a 70 rated team, they just still make everything. Yeah, their quarterback goes, it only throws like 2 incompletions during a game. It's like, what? Hey, what's going on, Roger? How we doing? How different is 2K23 and 2K25? Physics-wise, fairly similar. You know, some small tweaks. You know, that part feels familiar, but the swing mechanic is quite different. So if I pull up let me pull up the training here just to quick show you. So there is a diagonal swing in this game now. So 2K23, 2K21, right? It was the straight up and down swing and you had tempo. In this game, you have a diagonal swing plane. So you have either a draw bias or fade bias. So left to right or right to left, right? Inside to out, outside to in. I play draw swings right-handed, so I'm inside to out. You have a diagonal swing, that's your swing bias. The lie also affects it. So you will never have a true up and down straight shot unless you're putting. Even the pitches and chips are like slightly diagonal. But yeah, if the ball is below your feet, you're going to get more of a fade lie. If it's above your feet, you're going to get more of a draw lie. That sort of thing. And so it's swing path is the backswing, and the left to right part of the tempo that you're familiar with is the follow through. So if I miss left of the contact of that white, I will put draw spin on it. If I miss to the right, I'll put fade spin on it. You know, the more you do, the more hook and slice it is. And then your tempo is now just rhythm. It's a distance modifier. Right, so you're hitting a shot like that. So you can see that I pulled it and closed it, so now it's got more of a draw and is out to the left. How'd Plat go, JB? It went well. I went 16-13 on the weekend, closed out at 53. But then you can see there, I have a natural draw shape, but that is online with just a baby draw. And then obviously you can shape the shots and stuff. So like now I have a baby fade because I've shaped it that way because I have more shaping on my character. But if I shape it too much, my swing bias will flip. I actually have to swing my joystick the other way. So that's the biggest difference. Otherwise, there's a bunch of like small quality of life changes and such. Ranked, they took away 3-click. There's no 3-click in ranked. It's only swing stick. Same with the ranked tours, which is a new thing that's like a daily and weekly rounds to compete in. Got these challenge modes. So there's definitely some new stuff. You know, they're updating with things. But that's the flow of it. Finished 43 under, miscut, but you still finished. Thorough, JB. Yeah, so there's a lot that's familiar. I would say like the elevation and wind and stuff. They've updated courses and stuff so that like the rough and sand and things, they can be a bit grabbier and softer, which I think is really nice. Makes it so that you're not just like, well, let me just bounce and run through these hazards. yeah, there's a little bit more to think about. So I have enjoyed it. I have personally enjoyed it quite a bit. Golf IRL? I do. I'm going to try and get out to the range tomorrow. I don't get out to play a lot, but there's a range like 5 minutes from my house, so I try and at least take advantage of that. If I didn't have a kid, I would golf more, but you know, such are the decisions I have made in my life. Such are the decisions. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, I know this is not related to golf, but I just want to remind you all. So a couple of things. Full set of streams next week, Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be live on Twitch and on YouTube like usual. Okay. If you have not and you are interested, it is pinned in each of the chats. It's also pinned in the suggestions tab on Discord if you join over there. I do have a straw poll out right now for choosing what variety game we play. When it comes to the end of the golf season, we're going to be adding variety in. Right now, Star Wars Jedi Survivor has a lead over God of War and Lies of P, but you've got like 2.5 weeks to influence that. So, you know, go have a say if you want. That is available and encouraged. But yeah, this is the end of the week. It's all I've got. It's all she wrote. Picked up golf 5 months ago. Found yourself playing PGA Tour. I started playing 2K21 in COVID, and the next spring I bought clubs. You know, the golf is just addicting. Golf is just addicting. What can I say? What can I say? All right. We're going to get out of here. Again, I just want to say thank you all for hanging out. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We will be back on Monday with more True Sim, and we'll have found out if we won True Sim for this week. I'm gonna go right out to an old friend of mine, Ali Coco. She's good people. It looks like she's on a break. Excellent. But I've already decided. So let's go say hello if you're interested in some Elden Ring DLC. Go check it out. If not, I'll catch you guys back here on Monday, all right? I'm going to stop talking now because this is the part of the stream where I just ramble on because editing is very difficult for me. I don't know why. You know, I just hate to leave you all. Take care, everybody.